Hey everyone. I just wanted to create kind of a little bit more in-depth video, just kind of my warm-up routine. Obviously you can see I have the pad here. And in a video quite a while ago, I covered the forearm crusher or forearm buster. You call different things, but just basically because it works out, your forearms so much. And just to review, the whole trick to that is all 16th note syllable counts. So you're just counting 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a for the entire thing. But the little hitch is, if you will, right when you get to the 4 E and a, and starting with single strokes, then you immediately switch to double strokes. And 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And then you switch to a single paradiddle. And you just keep going in a loop like that, okay? So I'll just play it hands first, and I'll try to play it nice and slow, because I know it's going to be kind of hard to hear with the pad. But that's always the best way to practice it, to figure out your sticking stuff. You got the maximum rebound. You can watch your hands really well. You're going to get the same type of response and rebound that way. And then if you have a two-sided pad, then you can just change to a harder surface. Or then once you get the stick control down of it, then just move it to the snare of a drum head. Okay? So again, the sequence is single strokes into double strokes into single paradiddle. Okay, and you're doing so up to 4 E and a. So how many paradiddles would you have to do to get to up to 4 E and a, since we're going to be counting our paradiddles in 2/4? Because it's 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a is what a just a standard paradiddle you would count it as. Or you can count it as eighth notes too, but we're going to be counting it for 16ths for this exercise. So what we're going to be doing is having to do 2 paradiddles, right, in a row to equal up to 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a singles. So back to singles, okay? And it's just kind of a little bit the muscle memory and habit for me now to start to involve my feet and get kind of an ostinato thing, even if it's just 2 and 4, getting 1 and 3 on the bass drum, 2 and 4 on the snare, or alternating, kind of doing a boom chick kind of thing. So like 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. But just to give you the sense of what it's supposed to sound like. And then, so eventually you want it to be a cleanliness exercise and a speed exercise, okay? So you want to start nice and slow first, just so you get it all in muscle memory. You get that nice, motion, and then that way you're controlling it, because it's just up-down motion, right? So, you don't want to be playing to the sides like this, like 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3, back and forth. You want to be playing up and down, 12 o'clock kind of thing. And then the faster you go, you're going to have to play more staccato notes. In staccato, you can think S for soft or smaller, but that just means closer to the head. And then legato notes are where you can think accent notes, or L for large or L for loud, okay? So, yeah, you can play them nice and slow and with that good technique, at first, but then once you start to get to, faster speeds of 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, you can only bring the sticks up so high before it's going to take you longer to reach the surface. So I guess it depends on your velocity as well, but this is meant to be, a training exercise for the most part, okay? So here I go. I'm going to start with the single strokes, going into double strokes, and into single paradiddle. Now, what's crucial about this exercise is that you're playing open strokes. You have to, you don't have to, but you want to play open strokes, okay? Because if you start getting up to your paradiddles and you accidentally start doing drags or closed strokes when you mean to do opens, it's not going to train your muscle memory in the right way. And in addition, it's going to sound sloppy or not so clean because you're accidentally doing, a closed stroke drag almost kind of thing, or like a ghost note, rather than playing that nice legato, okay? So, a nice accented note and nice motion. So, starting with it, you want to try to anchor your paradiddles 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. Okay? So when I get to the paradiddles, you'll see me accenting those strokes more just to help keep you a little bit anchored. Okay? So starting with singles, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E doubles. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a paradiddle. 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4 E back to singles. 4 E and a doubles. 4 E and a diddle. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay, so and that's about medium tempo-ish. That, and then you can get it up to speed. The harder part of it is the paradiddles, getting those up to speed. Getting that up to speed takes a little bit longer than just getting your open stroke doubles and obviously your singles down. But if you practice that nice wrist motion, or wrist finger motion for your open doubles, so you can see how I'm doing it, wrist fingers, rather than where I'm holding more fulcrum. And you always want to kind of see that space in there too. So, and then eventually you can just speed it up. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E. You get the point. So that's good. And then you can start to involve your feet with doing 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a, so then that way you're playing an ostinato underneath. And then you can also, start to have fun with it. And it's not just an exercise because it'll translate into better drum fills, single stroke 30 seconds. It all depends on the tempo you start out too. But, you want to start with nice open doubles, and of course your paradiddles too, before you start to accelerate to close stroke. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and I'll try to go as fast as I can, still open, and then I have to switch. And then you can go work your way back down. So sorry, I clicked my stick. I'm looking at the camera instead of looking at my hand. You get the point. So that way you can get, quicker doubles closed, but you want to practice the opens because your opens will bring you faster closed. Okay, so that's a great exercise. Wow, 8 minutes. So forearm crusher, that's always something I try to work on just because you're practicing the 3 most important rudiments. Singles, doubles, paradiddle. So that way you're getting that. Okay, then another one I'll show you is the A4-2. A lot of people know this one. You can count them in different ways. So what I'm going to do first is just count them each stroke, so that way you guys are able to see how many strokes I'm doing with each hand. But you can count them as eighth notes too, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you can count them as eighth notes too. But I'm going to count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So this is a great one for multi-bounce, molar, just getting that finger. So if you want to practice French this way, this is a good one to practice French. Okay? So it starts, you can start, and it's good to start with dominant hand and non-dominant hand. So first it's 8 in each hand, then 4 in each hand, and then the only hitch again is the 2 twice at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So that's plenty long enough. 10 minutes. I'm trying to cut every video down to 9-10 minutes. I know I'm bad about that sometimes. You know how we are. We get lost, and if it's not like a standard tune that has a specific length, you know, it's, for me it's meditative. I just get lost in it, and then they end up being longer. So, but those are some really useful exercises. You know, all you have to do is just put your pad on your lap. I mean, I know it depends on what your pad is and how heavy it is, but you know, this is pretty thick and solid wood, cork board, and I believe it's cork. Well, no, it's not cork because it's harder than cork, but composite wood. But yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's not going to go anywhere. You know, you can flip it around, you can play on it, you know, and it's not going to go anywhere and give you good rebounds. Plus it fits easily on any snare because it's a 12-inch. So it'll fit on a 12, it'll fit on a 13, it'll fit on a 14, it'll fit, you know. So those are good pads. And then I also like the harder rubber just because it's not the mesh pad. You know, different strokes for different folks, pun intended. You know, but at the same time, you know, it'll train your muscle memory in a different way, with more of a realistic feeling of a drum head rather than mesh of like an electronic kit. So, all right, well, hopefully that helps, guys. Just wanted to say hi too, and then go over kind of how I approach just sticking warm-up stuff, and then obviously there's more than that too. But you know, paradiddle pyramid is a great one for that. That just consists of 2 single paradiddles, 2 double paradiddles, 2 triple paradiddles, back down to 2 double paradiddles, back down to 2 single paradiddles. So you're doing 2 singles, 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E, and then straight into doubles. So I'll just play it straight for you quickly. I know this is getting to get long. Doubles. Triples. Back 2 doubles. Singles. So that's what I mean by the paradiddle pyramid. That'll really help too. Is another exercise. So you have your 8-4-2, you have your forearm crusher. You can involve your ostinatos and different feet. You just do boom chick even, just 1E and a 2E and a bass snare. 1E and a 2E and a bassy and a snarey and a or bassy and a hat and bassy and a hatney. So sorry I said snare, but is matching beat 2 on your snare. So in any case, it's stacked. It's not too difficult to play. Then you can play more like a bossa, like boom boom chop boom boom chop boom boom chop boom boom. Top 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You know, so you can have fun with it. Alright guys, have a great day. Take care.